Good evening. Shalom, Israel. You're live with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Priest and Captain Soccer War coming to you all live from Memphis, Tennessee. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have classes live in the city of Memphis. They're open to the public. The address is 216 North Hollywood Street. 216 North Hollywood Street. You brothers and sisters tuning in, you got any family, loved ones, people you care about in the Memphis, Tennessee, and surrounding areas, get them in contact with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Since 1969, we have been teaching so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians the truth according to this book called the Bible. What I have here is a regular run-of-the-mill King James version of the Bible. This one here is an African Heritage Study Bible, but here in the ISUPK since 1969, we have been using this book that has been in all of the majority of our homes, definitely maybe all of our grandmothers' homes. We've been using it in church to sing songs about Jesus and God and to talk about the salvation that's coming from God, from heaven. And all these years that we have been caught up in religion such as Christianity, we've been caught up in religions like Islam. No one has been teaching us the truth about this Bible. The truth is that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that are in America and scattered abroad today are the descendants of the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And in 2021, there's nothing that's more important than for so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians to learn the truth of who they are, where they come from, and what their purpose is here on the earth. And so since 1969, that is what we in the ISUPK have been teaching out of this Bible. And it has been transforming and changing the lives of brothers and sisters all across this country and all across this world. And in these times that we're living in now, the Most High is beginning to reveal to the earth that the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding contained in this book that was compiled thousands of years ago is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that's necessary to navigate the world that we're living in today in order for us to lead prosperous, productive, and righteous lives the way that the Most High intended. All right, so we have classes here in Memphis every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Usually Tuesday is brotherhood class, Wednesday is biblical law, Thursday is scripture breakdown. But we're coming to you all tonight with I don't even want to say a special class, but it's a class that was on my heart. I don't say on my heart. It came to me about maybe a week and a half ago. I forget what I saw, but it was something that just was, it made me feel pity for brothers and sisters who don't have this understanding and this knowledge from God in the Bible. Because when it comes to relationships and it comes to dating, there's a lot of, pitfalls that brothers and sisters may find themselves in that could be easily avoidable if we just obeyed the Most High and followed his word that he provided for us long, long ago. And in 2021, there's a problem in this, particularly in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community when it comes to maintaining relationships, when it comes to establishing those forever type of bonds that some of us may have been familiar with our grandparents' generation or our great-grandparents' generation. And so the topic of tonight's class, as you can see on the screen, is the Bible is Kryptonite for Captain Save-A-Hoe. And I want to just establish, some parameters as we get into this discussion for tonight's class. I think we all know what a hoe is, right? But the Bible's definition of a hoe is a whole lot more defined than what it is we have in this current generation we live in. So strictly speaking, from a biblical perspective, a whore is a woman who's had sex with more than one man unlawfully, period. You understand? So having said that, you have to understand that in the Bible, the way that God intended it, a woman was supposed to be a virgin, or not be a virgin, a woman from the days of her virginity, meaning from the days of her first becoming a woman, blossoming to an age where she could have sex. It was God's intention that a woman would only ever have sex with one man in her life. And that one man, he would have sex with her, they would become husband and wife, and that man would have the responsibility of being with that woman forever. There were provisions in the Bible for a man to divorce a woman, but that was never the intention that God had. But there was a provision in the law where if a woman didn't please her husband, didn't satisfy him righteously, that he could put her away, right? But Christ came along later and said the Lord never wanted a man to put a woman away, so it was the intention of God that a man and a woman laid down, they would be together forever. If a woman was giving a writing of divorcement, or she was divorced from her husband, then she could legally or lawfully marry again. Meaning she could meet a new man and he take an interest in her and they would marry, but those occasions were rare in ancient times. You understand? So unless a woman was married, got divorced, and then remarried, under those circumstances, okay, she's a woman who was put away, now she found another man. But anything outside of that was considered whoredom, or a woman being a whore, or a woman being a hoe. And in 2021, we're so far removed from the original culture that God gave us that, the term hoe and whore has become loosely defined as many things in this society. You understand? But speaking from the perspective of this generation, we all know hoes, man. We all know women who are constantly in and out of relationships. They got a boyfriend this week, you understand? They got a baby daddy from back in the day, or they got two baby daddies, you understand? A whore is a woman who, in essence, cannot stay with one man. We'll just put it like that. Whether she meeting men online and having sex with them, she having one night stands, whether she getting high and just having sex with, cats in the neighborhood, or whether she's a woman who maybe, had a boyfriend, was in a relationship for 2 years, broke up, met another guy, had sex with him, and was together for 6 months and broke up, then met another guy and had sex. She's a hoe. Hoe is a woman who cannot keep a man. You understand? Now, what is a Captain Save-A-Hoe? Captain Save-A-Hoe is a man who encounters a woman who's single, or encounters a woman who's in a troubled relationship, or about to break up with a man, or she's in some sad, horrible relationship and she's trying to find a way out. The Captain Save-A-Hoe is a man that comes to save the day. He comes to show a woman that all her past failures and all her past failed relationships, they weren't her fault. He comes to show her that there's nothing wrong with her. There's something wrong with all of these men out here. He comes to be the knight in shining armor. He comes to save the day. He comes to absolve this woman of all of her bad decision making when it comes to who she allows between her legs. You understand? So having said that, hoes come in many shapes, sizes, and ages. So do Captain Save-A-Hoes. Captain Save-A-Hoes come in many shapes and sizes. They come from all different backgrounds. You got thug Captain Save-A-Hoes. You got schoolboy Captain Save-A-Hoes. You got Captain Save-A-Hoes that's bringing in 6 figures and riding in the Benz. You got Captain Save-A-Hoes that's broken and got no money and trying to live off of your Section 8 and food stamps. You understand? Captain Save-A-Hoes come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and social demographics, social and financial demographics. All right. So what does that mean? This class can apply to all of those Captain Save-A-Hoes. This class can apply to all of those hoes. Whether you find them high or low, far and wide, if you know a hoe, then you know a man that's tried to save her. You understand? So let's go ahead and get right into it. The Bible is full of instructions, man, laws, warnings, and cautionary tales that demonstrate the consequences of making a hoe your wife. The Bible, if we understood the Bible from a perspective of a father giving knowledge to his son, which in essence is what the Bible is, the Most High, our spiritual father, the creator of all things, he has a lie. He when he made the 12 tribes of Israel, when he brought this nation together, when he told Moses to write these words in the tablet and gave us the first 5 books of the law, when he came and spoke to the subsequent prophets and the leaders of the children of Israel and gave them words to speak and to be recorded for future generations, the Most High was compiling this knowledge and this understanding and this wisdom for it to be passed down to future generations of sons, of kings, and of priests. So if you take the Bible as a book of a father trying to impart knowledge and wisdom onto his son, then it makes the words that we're about to read a little bit easier to understand. Specifically, the passages that we're about to go into, which are from the perspective of a father teaching his son. So first, let's go to Proverbs chapter 23, verse 21. And as we go into these scriptures, I want you to think of a father teaching his son or a parent teaching their children, because some of these scriptures, as they're speaking to men or speaking to a son, they also are applying to women. You understand? Here at the Israelite School of UPK, we don't, with the Most High, the Bible says the Most High is not a respecter of persons. What does that mean? There is no preference of men over women in the Bible. There is no such thing as, men are more special or more necessary than women. The Most High created us both because we need each other. And in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, we have to come to an understanding that black men need black women, and black women need black men. And when I say black, I'm talking about so-called Latino or so-called Hispanics and Native American Indians too. That term black isn't talking about a skin color. That term black comes from our condition, the loss of our identity, the loss of our culture, the loss of our knowledge of who we were prior to slavery in this Western hemisphere. So when I use the term black, speaking about Hispanics and Native American Indians too. And there's dysfunction in those relationships just as well as there's dysfunction in the so-called black household. All right. So here we go. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 27. It says, "For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. She also lies in wait as for a prey and increases the transgressors among men." You understand? A whore is a deep ditch, man. What do we call a deep ditch today? A deep ditch is a trap. It's a hole that you once you fall into it, you can't get out of it. You understand? And you brothers that are out here that are choosing whores, and you encountering women that are hoes, and you are ignoring all of the red flags, turning a blind eye to all of the things that you see about this woman that tells you, I should not have sex with this broad, man. I should not deal with her on any level. I shouldn't even try to be friends with this woman. Once you get involved with a woman like that, it's like falling into a trap. You understand? If you just listen to the wisdom of the Lord, you'd have understood, man. You would have recognized, man, this is a hoe, man. Once I deal with this broad, I'm gonna be trapped, man. Once I go down that rabbit hole, it's gonna be hard to get out. A whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. What is a strange woman? Strange woman is women that are not of our race, not of our nation. If you brothers out there that you go and try to get you some white woman, you go and try to get you some Asian woman, or you go to college, or you go to, when you're in school, meet you some African woman, some sister from the motherland, some Nigerian, or some, Ghanaian, or some Ethiopian, East African girl. These strange women do not have your best interest at heart, black man. These strange women were not who the Most High made to be your sister and to be your wife and to be your helpmeet. You brothers get involved with these heathen women, and then you wonder why the relationship don't last. Brothers in there, these brothers, these entertainers and these athletes, they get rich and wealthy, get out the hood, they go get them a prize, a trophy white woman, and then wonder why, 12 years later, 15 years later, after 3 or 4 kids, she done divorced them and took half. Now all of their royalties from their records, you understand, looking at Dr. Dre, or all of they damn money that they made, they paying it all in child support and alimony, is because you went and got you a strange woman, which the Bible says is a narrow pit. Verse 28, here's what brothers, these Captain Save-A-Hoes don't know about these women, is that a lot of them, they lay in wait, they hunting, they out there searching for them a victim, searching for some sucker who will hear their sob story and feel bad for them, some sucker who will meet them and they say to themselves, man, she got it all going on. Why she ain't got no man? Why she can't keep no relationship? Man, you know what, man? I'm gonna keep her, man. Yeah, what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Some of you brothers are meeting women who are trash, garbage, something some other brother threw away. And here you come trying to dust her up and clean her off, and you're gonna take her home and shower and make her something that's clean and wonderful. Some broads are just filthy, man. Some women are just trash and should be left alone. And how do you know if a woman is trash and she should be left alone? Then you should follow the guidelines that the Lord provided for us in the scriptures to know which women were trash and should be left alone. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Hold up. I got to get, bear with me. I got to get my charger. Hold up. Bear with me. There we go. Like I said, how would you know which women were trash? And brother, you got to get into this Bible and find out what God said about how to choose a woman. You understand? Find out what type of woman is a woman that is worthy of everything that you are trying to provide and bring to the table. But you got to beware, brother, because whores are a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. She also lies in wait as for a prey and increases the transgressors among men. Let's get off of that. Now we're going to go into the Apocrypha, right? What is the Apocrypha? The Apocrypha are these books that were taken out of the Bible by the Protestant Reformation in the 1700s, but they were included in the original King James Bible, the 1611. All right, so now we're going to go into the Apocrypha. We're going to get Ecclesiasticus, the 26th chapter. We will go through a few verses there. As Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 9 says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. The Bible said, man, you will tell a hoe by the way she looked and by the look in her eyes. You understand? We've been taught that you can't judge a book by its cover. That's not so with the Most High. That's not so with the wisdom of the Lord, man. And brothers, you out here meeting these women, you can tell a hoe when you see it, man. It ain't just in the way she dressed. It ain't just in her, the clothes that she wears, but it's in the way that she, the way that she looks at men, or the way she approaches men. You understand? If you're a brother that's been around women, you know the difference between a woman who's classy and ladylike and a woman who's seeking attention, a woman who's trying to get chose. But you should be aware of a woman who's over eager, you understand, or overly, aggressive when it comes to being chosen by a man. And some women you meet and you say to yourself, man, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna get to know this sister. You understand? Maybe talk to her on the phone or something. Maybe take her on a date. Then there's other women you meet and you say, man, I can hit that tonight if I wanted to. Well, if you meet a woman and you can hit that tonight if you wanted to, why would you waste your time? Why would you bother with her? You should say to yourself, man, I can hit tonight. She's a hoe. And keep it moving. How do you know you can hit tonight? Because of her haughty looks, man. Because of her eyelids. Because the way she's looking at you. Because of her the look, that twinkle in her eye. The Bible is describing that right here. Let me come on down. Ecclesiastes 26 and 22. It says, a harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A whore shall be accounted for spit. Man, you want to know why these women being thrown away? Why men are out here having sex with these women and making babies with them, and then 6 months later they don't have nothing to do with them? Because a lot of these women is trash, man. They spit. They not nothing you can keep. They not nothing that can satisfy a man past the 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 2 seconds for some of y'all that it takes for you to be satisfied by her. There's a lot of men out here, they don't know what a good woman is. A lot of brothers don't know how to cultivate and raise up and build up a woman to have them be in a relationship, to have them be a good stay-at-home woman. All they know how to do is to get a woman to drop her drawers. Well, if all you know how to do is get a woman to have sex with you, brother, then you're never going to be able to have a woman that can truly satisfy you. And so the responsibility is not just on the women. There are a lot of women who are whores, a lot of women who the Bible say is spit. They not nothing. But there are men who are making them that way because brothers are ill-equipped to raise them to be a wife. Brothers are ill-equipped to teach them and train them to be something more than just a woman that can drop her drawers. You understand? And so these sisters that are whores, these sisters that ain't nothing, they are the product of men who don't know how to properly deal with a woman. which is why brothers should learn, if you can't do nothing with a woman beyond get her to drop her drawers, then you should leave her alone, man. And that's a lot of you brothers out there. All you know how to do is get a woman to have sex with you. That's it. But getting a woman to have sex with you, brother, with no intentions of anything beyond that, or knowing you don't have an ability to do anything beyond that, you are more of the problem than the woman who's dropping her drawers easy, the woman who's giving it up. You understand? There's a lot of you brothers don't know what it's like to have a woman that is a wife. That second part of that verse, I'm going to read it again. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 22. A harlot shall be accounted as spittle. A woman that's a whore, she spit, man. She's nothing, man. You get rid of her. Cut her off, man. Get rid of her. She done. She's gonna be a hoe anyway. A lot of you brothers, that's all you know. That's why you're so evil towards women. That's why you look at women like they ain't nothing. There's a lot of women out here that's valuable, man. A lot of these sisters got potential to be good sisters. If they could meet a man who wasn't just trying to put some penis inside of them. If they could meet a man who wasn't just trying to get them to drop their drawers. A lot of these sisters, there's some sisters that could be down-ass women, man. They could be by your side for life. If you were a man who knew how to make a woman be that way. A lot of you brothers, all you know how to do is get a woman to drop her drawers. You think that what you got something special, you're going to be something different in this woman's life. A lot of you brothers should leave these sisters the hell alone, because you're in the way of real men who really know how they operate, really know how they think, and really know what they need in order to live a healthy life. But you simp ass niggas is in the way. You brothers who just trying to get them to drop their drawers or use them for their money, you in the way, man. You should get the hell out the way. Stop destroying these sisters. Stop perpetuating their whoredom and spreading the disease of misuse and abuse that's taking place in our community. A lot of you brothers, you know about the whore who ain't about spit, but you don't know about this second one, this second kind of woman. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A lot of you brothers don't even know what the hell that means. You know, a married woman is a tower. What is that talking about? It's because you don't know how to you don't know how to marry a woman. You don't know how to make a woman a wife. You understand? If you knew that, then you would know that there's certain women who are wifey material, and there's certain women that's just, they're going to be whores. You choose to have sex with the whore because you know that you don't know what it means to have a woman as a wife. You think that wife is something that don't exist. You think that woman that's a tower against death to her husband is some fairy tale when it's not. That's called a woman that's being led properly. That's called a woman that's loyal. That's called a woman that's down for a nigga. After them other niggas because she down for a nigga. A lot of you brothers don't even know what the hell that kind of woman is like. It is why you should listen to the wisdom of the Lord in the Bible and stop just running around trying to find anything to put your penis inside of. But let me keep on. Ecclesiastes 26 and 25 says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. What does that mean? A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. What is a female dog? A female dog is a bitch. The Bible says a shameless woman is going to be called a bitch. You know, Tupac had a song called You Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. And he tried to explain all the way back in 94. Tupac tried to tell you why they call you a bitch. Because you're just like a dog getting heat. You just let any penis that come along, they can stick it in there and satisfy you. Whatever can go in that hole, you understand, for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you get you some kind of satisfaction, your legs are open. Now, if you as a man meet a woman and you know anybody can have sex with this woman, why would you want to be counted among anybody? What makes you say, yeah, man, you know, she a hoe, man, she wide open, but you know what? I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna clean her up, man. I'm gonna make her special. What is it inside of your mind that make you look at this hoe who anybody could have, and you want to, what, you gonna make her special? You're gonna make her unique. You're gonna make her yours. Has there been a change in the culture, man? When I was growing up, it was women that were hoes. Hey, man, leave her alone, man. Stay away from her, man. She a hoe, brother. You can't fall in love with her. You can't you can't make her your woman. You can't, make a hoe a housewife. But growing up, I've seen a change, man. I see Kanye West go and marry Kim Kardashian. And I'm saying to myself, okay, brothers done seen this broad have sex with like 3 men on camera. Kanye, you gonna make her your wife and have babies with her? I remember Kanye was dating a bald-headed chick named Amber Rose. Then after Kanye was done with her, Wiz Khalifa married her and had a baby with her. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know Kanye was just, why would you do that? I remember I seen this woman start off on, getting famous on social media, getting famous on reality TV. She was a stripper from New York, real ghetto ratchet broad named Cardi B. Then this rapper, this Offset cat, who's a famous rapper from a group who could that maybe have any woman, he goes and he marries Cardi B and has a baby with her. And I'm like, since when? Since when do we marry the hoes? Since when do we go get the stripper and the groupie slut? When I remember I was coming up, there was a song called, Nate Dogg had a song called Every Other City We Go, Every Other Video, no matter where I go, I see the same hoe. But y'all seeing the same hoes everywhere. And now you making them your wife? Now you marrying them? Now, you shouldn't have sex with them and throw them away neither. But since when do you go marry the whore? Where does that mindset come from that I know she a hoe, I know she a slut, but I'm going to make her mine? We're going to get to that next after we go through a few more of these scriptures, all right? Now we're going to go to Ecclesiastes. We're going to go to a chapter before this. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes 25. We're going to go to 16. All I'm showing you right now is there are scriptures that warn you about whores, man. The Bible got wisdom telling you not to choose a whore. Hey, man, beware. A whore is a deep ditch. Brother, you get inside that thing, it's going to be damn near impossible for you to climb out. And all of us know men in our lives who knew a woman was a hoe, knew he shouldn't have dealt with her. But once he got with her, man, ooh, something so good that hoe did, man. She did something nasty in that bedroom or some freaky thing, something she would whisper in his ear and some words that she would use. And had your homie who you thought was on top of his game, your homie who you thought knew better, this cat who you looked at like, yeah, man, he would never love no hoe. He fall in love with a hoe. He makes some woman who he know 5 guys in the neighborhood done slept with, he go and he have sex with her raw and make a baby with her. And you say to yourself, damn, how did he get, how? He fell into that deep ditch, man. He couldn't get out. You understand? He ignored those haughty looks and those eyelids. You understand? He ignored that this broad she ain't spit. She's nothing. He found trash and he thought that he could make it treasure. And that goes against the wisdom of the Bible. That goes against the instructions from our Father, man. It goes against sound advice. We're going to get into what lies at the root of it right after these next few scriptures. Get Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 16. Ecclesiastes 25 and 16 says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon to keep house with a wicked woman. Just think of all the trouble that comes from hoes, man. You understand? Just like you all know a partner who done fell in love with a hoe, we all know somebody who done got into some beef, got into some drama, got into some trouble behind a hoe. Now, I look at every brother I know on child support, and I say to myself, well, what you think was going to happen when you put a baby in that bra? You thought she was going to be with you forever? You thought you was going to have happily ever after, nigga? What did you expect besides 6 months later, y'all breaking up, she don't want to be with you no more, she going to get government assistance, and the only way she can get them food stamps is if she named the daddy. You thought she wasn't going to name you, nigga? You thought she was loyal to you, huh? You thought, man, surely, she did that to them other 2 cats, them other 2 baby daddies, but I'm the baby daddy that she going to be loyal to. She not going to snitch on me. Come on, man. You didn't look at her mother and her sisters and her aunties. You didn't examine this woman's family and her upbringing and say to yourself, is this a hoe who would turn her back on me for some food stamps and Section 8? Yes, brother, she will turn her back on you for food stamps and Section 8. So what should you do? Leave her alone. Never touch her. Don't have nothing to do with her. Pass her by. I mean, with all of the women that are out there, with all the fish in the sea, a lot of you brothers is reeling in, sea urchins and just leaving them on the boat. When a fisherman go out to fish, he going to catch bass, he going to catch some trout, or he going to catch some prize fish. If a nigga reel in, a slug from the bottom of the ocean, He don't keep the slug. He throw the slug back. But if I'm out there fishing for bass and I catch a snapping turtle on my hook, I'm not going to take the snap. I'm not going to hold the snapping turtle up and take pictures with it. Hey, look what I caught. I'm going to throw the turtle back. I didn't come to catch fish. Brothers, there are a lot of bass and trout. There's some prize women out here. You niggas are catching crabs at the bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of the lake, and you reeling in the crab, and you taking pictures with the crab. You making babies with the crab. You holding the crab up like the crab is a bass or a trout. When, brother, you should throw that crab back. You go fishing, you catch you an eel at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know if y'all know. You know, eel is an ugly, nasty animal. You go fishing, you going fishing for bass and trout, you catch you an ugly ass catfish. I don't see no fishermen taking pictures with catfish. The fishermen go out there hunting for bass and trout. He ain't gonna take a picture with a giant catfish he find. He gonna reel that fish in and see it's a catfish and say, "Oh man, look what the hell I done drug in." He gonna take that hook out and throw that catfish back. Well, there's a lot of women you brothers are catching that you should just release. You're catching, you know, women that should just be released back into the wild. But a lot of you, just because you caught something, you say, you know what, man, I'm going to take this crab and I'm going to make this crab a prize bass. I'm going to take this eel that I found at the bottom of the ocean. I'm going to clean this eel up. I'm going to make this eel into something special. You can't. You can't. There's nothing you can do for it. You understand? And for a lot of these women, there's nothing that you can do for them. Now, I'm not saying that there's sisters that can't change. This ain't a message of no hope for the hoes out there. Hoes can get some help. They can change, but God gonna have to change them, brother. You can't change them. A lot of you brothers is taking on the burden of saving women, of freeing them from all of their bad mistakes they made in life, when that's not your responsibility. A lot of you brothers is taking on the weight of trying to transform women who only God can deliver, man. Only God can save that broad. The Lord himself going to have to clean her up. There's nothing you can do for her. A woman like that, instead of you putting your penis inside of her and then thinking you're going to change her because you put some penis in her, let her come to class, man. Let her come to the school. Give her a chance to change her life. Now you brothers, you're meeting women with all type of drug addictions. You understand? All types of, they've been neglected their whole life. You understand? They got low self-esteem. They don't know what to think about themselves or feel about themselves. They battling with bipolar disorder. They battling with schizophrenia. You understand? They self-medicating with marijuana and alcohol. You understand? They fighting with trauma from their childhood, their past. And you think that you're going to fix her after you put a penis inside of her. Brother, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should stop it. Leave these sisters alone, man. Direct these sisters to the places where they can heal, where they can get some help, and stop thinking that your penis inside of them is going to do something, because it's not. Your penis ain't special. You ain't special trying to put a penis in her and then telling her what to do. You know how many times she done had men do that in her life? You know how regular you make yourself when you put a penis in a woman, then you're going to give her some guidance now. You're going to instruct her. Now you're going to show her how you different and you special when you ain't did nothing but what every other man who's ever met her in her life did when she tried to put some penis inside of her. Stop it, man. You playing yourself, brother. You ain't saving these women. You're not helping these women. You're just another sad little guy who thinks that his penis can change the world. The wisdom of the Lord in the Bible will advise you against that. And the word of God will tell you that that's not true. That's not how you change a woman. I have read the Bible and been living it for many years of my life, and I've never once found a scripture that said, "Thy rod shall sanctify her." That ain't in the Bible. Thy rod shall chase away the demons. That ain't in here. You understand? Some of these women, they need God. And the only way they can have God is if you are out the way. You and your funky little penis is somewhere away from her. Then maybe she can have a chance to change her life. Let's keep reading. We're in Ecclesiastes chapter 25. Again, we were at verse 16. And it says, "I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman." Some of you brothers, you in a house with a wicked woman. and you wondering, how did I get here? How did I get with this broad? How am I here? You ignored all of the wisdom of the Lord on how to not choose a hoe. You disregarded everything that you saw in this woman that made you say to yourself, you know what, I should leave her alone. You meet a woman, brother, and she got a life that just seems too good to be true. It is. You meet a woman that's single, college educated, making good money, got a good job, man. She seems like she got it all together. Brother, she's lying. She's fronting. She ain't got it all together. That money is not about to be yours. That job she got is the only thing of discipline she has in her life is getting up and going to that job. She go to that job, she get yes sir, no sir, turning her reports on time. She does everything perfect at that job, and every other thing in her life is full of hurt, pain, and dysfunction. You think you're gonna come into her life and she gonna work at the slavery and then come and work at home for you? Brother, you playing yourself. You not her boss. That woman, she respect her boss. She got the utmost respect for Mr. Johnson at the slavery. But you is just funky Tony. 2-minute Tony. You understand? Or you're not the guy she respects at the job. You just the nigga who with the funky feet that want her to come home and cook every night. Brother, don't think that you're gonna meet this woman. She's single for a reason. Some man threw her away for a reason. Somebody said, man, you know what? I can't, man, this bitch ain't working. You think that he threw her away. You're going to come now and you're going to reap the benefits. You're going to reap the rewards of some other man's throwaways. All right. It'd be better to go find you a dragon to slay. It'd be better to go find you a lion and say, come on, lion, come on in the house, man. And you live like that. The Bible is saying it's better for you to go slay dragons and live with lions than to have a wicked woman in your house. And a lot of you brothers, you think that you saving a wicked woman when really all you're doing is falling into her trap. That's how you end up on child support. That's how you end up shamed with some woman who, you never should have been with in the first place. But you think you know best. You think you know what you're doing. You don't want to listen to the wisdom of the Lord. You don't want to listen to the words of wise men from thousands of generations before you were on this earth. You know what you're doing. The Bible says you're a fool, man. That's why the Bible talks to you like a son. Understand, these words are for grown men. These words we read, this ain't a father talking to his 7-year-old son, talking to his 13-year-old boy. This is a father talking to his grown 26-year-old son who done had sex with many women but ain't got no woman. How you had sex with all these women and you ain't got no woman? Because you don't know how to keep no woman. You don't know how to choose no woman. You out here putting your penis in the garbage. All the throwaway garbage of men past. You go find it and put your penis inside of it. Come on, man. Why would you treat yourself that way? You think that's what God wants for you, brother? You think God put you down here to just go from whore to whore, woman to woman? Yeah, imagine you go to have sex with a woman and she do things in the bedroom that you didn't even know were possible. After you feel the satisfaction, you got to think to yourself, well, damn, who taught her that? That's who you put your penis in. You put your penis in a woman, you can't even teach her nothing. She's teaching you stuff. You happy? You feel good about doing. Yeah, man, she nasty. She freaky, man. She get down. Brother. It's sad, man. It's a sad state of affairs. Ecclesiastes chapter 25, we're going to go down to verse 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Don't fall for a woman because she's pretty, man. Don't fall for a woman because she look good. You understand? And desire her not for pleasure. You mean to tell me you met this woman and all you thought about was how good her sex might be? You looked at the behind and said, man, it would be good to hit that. Oh, it probably feel good. She probably do this and do that with it. Brother, you a fool. You a child. You know what I do when I meet women? I meet a woman and I look at a woman and I say to myself, wonder what her bathroom look like. That's what I think. I look at a broad, I say, I wonder if her bathroom is clean. I mean, the woman, I look at her hair. I see she got this lace front end, these fake eyelashes. And I say to myself, her bathroom is trifling. I know it's hair everywhere in her bathroom. I know it's probably piss and dirty hair all around the base of the toilet. I look at a woman, I say to myself, I know there's dirty drawers, dirty women underwear with the stuff that come out that leak out of them and be in the underwear. I know there's an underwear laying in her room somewhere with that showing. There's no way I'm entertaining this, bro. There's no way I'm thinking twice about this woman. I know she got funky underwear laying around in her room. Brother, you can't desire a woman for pleasure. Why? Because that pleasure only lasts so long. I mean, if you in 24 hours of a day being with a woman, fellas, truly, just be honest with yourselves. About maybe at the most 3 of those hours in a day could be for pleasure. 24 hours of the day, 21 of them, you have to be with this woman is not pleasuring you for 21 hours of the day. And even if it is 3 hours a day, that's not every day. You understand? I think there's 160 hours in a week, 190 hours in a week. Somebody do the math right quick. How many hours are in a week? You understand? If a woman pleasures you for 3 hours a day, and that's a lot of sex, fellas. That's a lot of, and that ain't just the sex, the intercourse part. This the whole shebang. 3 hours, right? 3 hours a woman is pleasuring you in a day, 7 days in a week, 3 times 7, 21 hours out of a week, she's pleasuring you, right? Brother, what the hell are you doing with the other 139 hours of the week with this woman when she's in your life and in your vicinity and around you? She ain't pleasuring you. Is she wise? Does she know how to speak to you in a way that empowers you as a man? Does she make you feel manly? Does she cook and nourish you and make sure you get food in your belly? There's 168 hours in a week. 21 of them at the most, one woman, 21 hours, she's pleasuring you. So that means there's a whole 147 hours that ain't her pleasuring you. That body, that shape ain't doing nothing for you for 147 hours. Brother, what more can she do? Again, you brothers out here, you desiring women for their body. Oh, man, you see her body. Oh, she this, she that, flat stomach, and 28, 36, 20, 30, whatever the measurements is. That's how you choosing a woman. You ain't saying to yourself, did this bra clean? What if I come home, is the clothes I left on the floor yesterday going to be in the hamper when I come home? Because you fellas ain't cleaning. You ain't cleaning. You going, especially if you going to work, brother, you not cleaning every day. Them dirty clothes is going in the middle of the floor when you come in. Right in that bedroom. As soon as you enter that bedroom, them dirty clothes is plop right there. You got to meet a woman and say to yourself, is these dirty clothes that I drop on the floor Monday, when I wake up, are they still going to be there? Yes, brother, because she ain't cleaning. Look at her hair. All her accessories, them eyelashes, them fake nails. You think she's cleaning up after every... No, she's not. Stop it. She's not. So that's what you got to deal with. Is she cooking every day or is she eating out? Go date a woman for 3 weeks. Or know a woman for 3 weeks. Just ask her, hey, what you had to eat today? Hey, brother, if she's eating out, 5 days of the week, what you think you're going to get with her and that she going to be a cook, nigga? She going to be a cooking everyday woman? Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop desiring these women for sex, for pleasure. Maybe you'll be able to find a woman that's worth keeping. You understand? And again, I could go on all day about these scriptures about whores, but we're going to get off of it. The Bible is full of examples of why you should not choose a whore. You look at stories of brothers like Samson, Solomon, you understand, had all them whores and they caused them to sin. Look at women like Jezebel and Vashti. There's plenty of examples in the scriptures, cautionary tales of what happens when you choose a whore. And with all of that knowledge and that wealth of experience, brothers still go out here and choose whores. Here's why. You want to know why there's so many Captain Save-A-Hoes? Why there's so many hoes that's running around here? This society that we are living in, has done everything in its power to either glorify whoredom, glorify whores since the days, TV first started. You had women like Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe. See, a lot of you new generation brothers, y'all don't know about the old hoes, man. It was the old hoes, the original hoe G's. They call them OHs. The original hoes were all white women, man. Go back to the 60s and the 50s when TV first came out. Elizabeth Taylor was, I think, the first, television hoe. I mean, the first woman you saw on TV, and then you learned that she was a hoe. Elizabeth Taylor made that song Diamonds Are Forever. She made a song Diamonds Are Forever because Elizabeth Taylor had been married and thrown away so many times that she had just reserved to the idea of loving money and diamonds. She said, relationships don't last, marriages don't last, but diamonds are forever. That's a whole, that's some cold whole game if you ever heard it in your life. Elizabeth Taylor is who a lot of these young sisters look up to. Marilyn Monroe, we all know about Marilyn Monroe with the skirt that was coming up over the grate. She trying to lift the skirt down and look all pretty. She sang happy birthday to the president seductively in front of his wife and his kids, the whole United States nation. You understand? Marilyn Monroe was a slut. Now go look at Cardi B video. Go look at a Little Kim video. Go look at Trina and Nicki Minaj. You're gonna find a poster of Marilyn Monroe somewhere. You're gonna find a picture of Marilyn Monroe. You understand? You're gonna find them paying homage to the original hoes. Well, today these hoes that we dealing with, they have been propped up by society as being something that's wonderful. The story of a hoe who came from the bottom and didn't have nothing and used her body and used her looks and used her sexuality to get what she wanted. That's what has been promoted to us as glory. It's wonderful. We look at Nicki Minaj. We look at Kim Kardashian and say, man, look at Kim, man. She started out making videos, getting pounded by Ray J. She went ahead and Kanye West made her an honest woman. You understand? You look at Cardi B, man. She came from stripping and doing sexual favors. And now she got the red bottom and she ain't got to dance no more. Man, yeah, Cardi B. That's what this society has done. They've made the success of a whore something to be glorified. You understand? And they've indoctrinated men to believe, you understand, that you could change a woman, that you can somehow deliver her. They made you think that there's something that you have special where you can take this hoe, you can change her, brother. You can tame this hoe. You can get her to stop being a slut, man. And you can save her. But what are you saving her from? You're saving her from herself. And I'm going to tell you right now, brother, you cannot save no woman from herself. You understand? Because a woman who needs to be saved from herself, she don't want to be saved. That's a woman that the Lord got to save. It's the woman the Lord got to deal with. The Most High got to transform that woman. And guess what? The Most High would never transform a woman with penis. You understand? It goes against everything that is common sense to change a woman with your penis first. A lot of you brothers, you're leading with your penis. You think that the way that you're going to deal with this woman properly is after you have sex with her. When, brother, if a woman is who she's going to be once you put your penis inside of her. You cannot transform a woman after you have sex with her. You understand? All of your leverage, all of your power as a man, all of your influence, all of what makes you great in that woman's eyes comes before you have sex with her. And this, of course, I'm talking about women you're just meeting. You understand? I ain't talking about a woman you've been with your whole life, you've been with for years, and you come into the truth. I'm not talking about that situation. I'm talking about women that you meet. You meet a woman and you want to be an influence in her life. You want to help her. You want to change her. You have to not be involved with her any kind of sexual way. You understand? It's the only way that you can influence a woman. You cannot. If your penis is what comes first, then you're just like every other man. You're nothing special. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, you'll always just be that nigga who had his penis out. So if you care about a woman, if you want to change a woman, you want to help a woman, brother, your penis cannot be involved in any kind of way. And that's what makes, brothers, you coming with your penis out, that's what makes you a Captain Save-A-Hoe, because you're trying to save this woman, but at the same time, you're dealing with her like a hoe. And I don't care what the situation is, what the circumstances are. You come at a woman with your penis out first, man, you treat her like a hoe. Because if she was a lady, if she was something that was worth something, you wouldn't even dare think that you would be able to just, introduce sex and she'll be down for it. I don't care what the situation is. You meet a woman, you introduce sex immediately, and she's down for it, she's a hoe. And you are a whoremonger. You ain't no righteous man. You ain't no man that's truly trying to change your life. You just cat that's trying to get his penis wet, man. And that is what is destroying our sisters, and that's what make you a Captain Save-A-Hoe, because you put your penis out there, you get it wet, and now you care. And I want to change your life. I want to help you. I want to lead you. Why don't you listen to me? You just listen to what I'm trying, brother. Stop it. Stop it. You capping. You understand? Now, a lot of these brothers believe that they can change a woman if they give her what she's lacking. The majority of Captain Save-A-Hoes come at women with money. They think that, man, if I just give her some money, man, she'll be in love with me. She'll love me. I can change her. If I just gave her some money, she'll stop hoeing. Money is not going to stop a woman from hoeing. A lot of you brothers think that if you just give her some time, man, if I just spend time with her, but show her some attention, give her some affection, man, she ain't been loved before. I'll show her what love is. She's going to run all over your time and your attention. She's not going to respect or appreciate any of it. She's going to look at you like you're a sucker and you're boring because all you want to do is spend time with her. She needs a man who's going to ignore her and not want to be bothered with her. Here you are trying to love her and give her attention and wonder why she's, sneaking around with the thugs and the gangsters while you at work and coming home with flowers and chocolates all the time. You're playing yourself. You understand? Some of you brothers think that all you got to do is understand the woman, right? We're in a time of all this understanding, all this listening and hearing and getting to, man, listen, man, she a hoe. That's all that need to be understood. I know you want to hear. I know you had a rough childhood. I know it was bad since. I know you went through some horrible things. But what about now? What does that have to do with you being a hoe now? All you brothers want to listen and understand. You're going to listen and understand your way into a threesome with another man. You're going to listen and understand your way into a relationship where she's having sex with other men and you know about it. And because you're understanding, you letting her back get blown out while you in a relationship. Man, listen. All right. Good luck with all of that. Righteous men ain't going for none of that. Nah, you want to go be a hoe, be a hoe. But now I don't care how much I understand, but you're not about to be no hoe and I'm supposed to sit here and understand. Nah, damn that. You understand? But let me tell you, brothers, for a lot of you, where that simp seed got planted in you. You understand? Where you really was made to be a man who thinks that he can save a woman. It come from your childhood, man. Come from when you was a kid growing up. Everything you saw on the TV. Think of all of your Disney movies growing up. All of us as kids, I'm an 80s baby. And as a kid, I watched all the little Disney cartoons growing up. Lady and the Tramp, Little Mermaid, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella. And what is in all of those stories? In all of those stories that we saw growing up, there's some woman who's alone. She's just a damsel and out in this world and finding her way. And, she's, got these friends and people in her life. But all these problems and this trouble she got, who comes to save the day? Here comes Prince Charming. Here comes the prince to, Gaston is a womanizer. This is Beauty and the Beast. Gaston is a womanizer, and he's this big hunter, and this man Gaston was gay, by the way. I don't know if y'all watched Beauty and the Beast. Gaston was completely homosexual, but anyway, Gaston is he's the big, strong hunter, and he's the big manly man of the town. All the women want him. All the men want to be him. And, Belle is just this woman that she don't want that kind of guy. She don't want this flashy man. You understand? And she goes and she's with the Beast. And who's got to save Belle from Gaston? The Beast got to come save her from Gaston. You understand? The goddamn Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White is living with her little 7 dwarfs and going about her life and trying to stay away from the evil godmother. You understand? Or whatever the Snow White story was. She got these 7 dwarfs and she bite an apple and poison. Guess who got to come save the day? Oh, here comes the prince. He got to kiss Snow White and wake her out of her sleep. Cinderella with that stepmother and them hating ass stepsisters. She's beautiful and she's quiet and she's kind and she's suffering. Her daddy done died and she got this stepmother and these stepsisters that's hating on her. Oh, but she gets to get dolled up for one night, go to the party to shake her ass, and here comes Prince Charming. You understand? Prince Charming, he come try to get with Cinderella. She got to leave because, she ain't home by midnight. Then she's stuck out there in the world like the rest of the hoes. Cinderella trying to get home before midnight, and guess what? She dropped that shoe, and what did Prince Charming do? He's so, head over heels with Cinderella. He take the shoe and go find this broad. He go through the whole town, make everybody come put their foot in his shoe until here comes Cinderella. And you grow up as a kid, as a young boy, you grow up watching all of these princes, all of these men. And what are they doing? They coming and saving all of these women, coming and delivering all of these broads from their horrible situations. And here you are, 23, 22, 28, 35 years old, and you meeting some woman with all the problems in the world. And here, what are you? Your subliminal programming from a child that tells you you've got to be the Prince Charming. You've got to be the knight in shining armor. You've got to be the one to deliver the woman from the evil Gaston. What do? You put on your cape. You transform yourself into Captain Save-A-Hoe. And you come into this woman's life and you say, don't fear, Captain Save-A-Hoe is here. You get all these children and no baby daddy, don't worry, I'll be your man and their daddy too. You got financial problems, you can't pay your bills, don't worry. Here, I've got some money to help you catch up on those bills. Or you got a good job, you make good money, you got some education, but you don't know what to do. Don't worry, I've got leadership and guidance. I'm going to show you how to spend that money. And don't realize that this broad is the death of you. This woman is the one, what you perceive as things that are challenges in her life or things that are holding her back, they are the things that she's chosen for herself. No woman accidentally has, 3 kids but 3 baby daddies. It's not an accident. She didn't just, wake up one day and I don't know what happened in my life. That ain't what happened. No woman accidentally is single, no woman is accidentally 33 and single. Don't just happen. How did that happen? 33, you ain't got no kids. You got a good job, you went to college and you ain't got no man. That ain't just a happenstance. You broad don't know how to keep no man. Don't no man want to be with her. Why? You should find that out before you come. Don't worry, you've never had a good relationship. I'll show you how it's done. You've never had a good man in your life. I'll show you what a good man is. Oh, you've just never had a man of God. You've never had a righteous man. Brother, stop it. Stop trying to save these hoes, man. Because you ain't special. You're just another weak brother who think that he can do something with this trash. She's trash. That's why she's single. That's why she ain't got no man. She can't keep a man. Ask yourself, brother, has there ever been a woman in your life who was just great that you just say, threw her away? No, there hasn't. I know I know a lot of you brothers, you look at your past and you say to yourself, man, she was a good woman, man, and I did her wrong. Brother, no, she was not. She was not that good a woman. There were things about her, things she did, things she said, the way she acted that made you say, that bitch ain't nothing. And that's why you treated her that way. That's why you dealt with it that way. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't, this society has demonized men to make everything, our fault all the time. It's not our fault all the time. A lot of these women are just not good women. They don't know how to be good women. Why? Because they haven't been led properly. Nobody's taught them. You understand? A lot of you brothers, again, you know how to get a woman to take her clothes off, but you don't know how to make a woman into a wife. You don't know how to instruct a woman on how to please you and satisfy you and do things that make you want to be with her beyond just having sex. So if you as a man aren't instructing a woman on how to please you and satisfy you, who is? Was it her mother, her single mother who didn't have a man, couldn't keep a man? Did her single mother teach her how to keep a man? How could her single mother teach her how to keep a man? Her mama couldn't keep a man. Was it her daddy? Did her daddy teach her how to keep a man? Her daddy just had sex with a bunch of hoes, like her mama. Her daddy was going to teach her how to keep a man. He didn't know how to have a woman keep him. Where's she going to learn it from? The Bible is where we're supposed to learn it from. God is where we're supposed to learn it from. The church ain't teaching women how to keep no man. We know that. They're ill-equipped. The Christian church is ill-equipped to instruct women on how to keep men. The Christian church definitely ain't teaching no man how to raise a woman up. They teaching men how to be homosexuals and hide their gayness and how to be accepted by the love of Jesus with all their homosexuality, which is not in the Bible. The Bible is the place where we're going to learn how the right way that we're supposed to do a relationship. The Bible is where a man is going to learn what kind of woman to choose and what kind of woman to avoid. The Bible is where a woman is going to learn what kind of woman should I be? What does it mean to be submissive? What kind of man, if I'm submissive, what kind of man should I submit myself to? The Bible is where we're going to learn these things. Society ain't teach us. Society has taught our women to be whores and to be sluts. That's what's all over the TV, all over the internet, all on these social media apps. Woman be a whore. It definitely ain't promoting righteousness. And it's teaching men, save these hoes. Go save these hoes. Every time something happens with some black woman, what do they take? Black men, you ain't defending the sisters. You ain't standing up for them. You ain't help. Why would I? Why should I defend this hoe? Help her for what? Now, that might sound cruel, but there's a lot of women, they don't get no protection because they don't need no man for nothing. That's another thing. A lot of these women, they say they don't need no man. Here come you brothers. Yes, you do. You need me. Man, bitch say she don't need no man. You right. You don't need no man. I'm not about to show you why you need me. I'm not. And women need men. Just like men need women. If I meet a woman and she says she don't need no man, I'm not about to fight her to convince her she need a man. For what? It's belittling to me. I'm not about to belittle myself for this bitch. You don't need no man. You right. You don't need no man. Hey, y'all, she don't need no man. She don't need no man. Okay. All right. We're the women who need men. Those are the women that I'm looking for. I need the women that say, I need a man. Yeah, oh, you need a man? Well, let me ask you why you ain't got one. Now we're going to get to that. We're getting to it. You need a man, but you ain't got one. Why not? Now I get to find out, can she be instructed on how to keep a man? Can she be instructed on how to get a man? How is she choosing men? Or hopefully, and if she's choosing, and I find that she's chosen every kind of man there is, then guess what? I can't be one of them. You got to get in classes. There's a place you can learn how to, become a woman that's deserving of a good man, and a place you can find a righteous man. I can lead you towards that place, but you got to do the work yourself. But I'm not about to put my penis in it and then say, well, I'm going to show you what a good man is. Yeah, come on, man. Stop it. A lot of you brothers don't realize that you have been brainwashed, man. You've been indoctrinated. You have been fed propaganda that it is your duty and responsibility to go forth with your penis and cultivate wholesomeness out of the whores of the world. That's not in the Bible. That's not what's taught in the ISUPK. So I don't know where you brothers getting it from. You should stop, man. You should stop having sex with these women and not being responsible over what you do with your body. The Bible is clear, man. Women will have any man. These women out here so silly. They'll have sex with you, for anything. A shape up. You got Jordans on your shoes. You got, a buckle on your belt. They'll give you some sex. Brother, you should not let a woman be responsible over whether or not you have sex with her. You should not have sex with a woman and say, well, she gave it to me, man. Listen, stop that. Brothers, you are fully responsible for the women you have sex with. because you cannot expect for these women to be responsible. They've been taught to be whores. So, brother, you got to take responsibility, man. And if a woman is not deserving of a husband, if she doesn't know how to be a wife, then why are you putting your penis inside of her? Why are you belittling yourself? We're going to get Proverbs, the 7th chapter, man. We're going to read Proverbs, the 7th chapter, read that on down, and we'll try to get to the rest of these scriptures, all right? Let's go ahead and get to it, man. All right, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 7. That Proverbs, the 7th chapter, is a direct warning from a father to a son about whores. We're going to read it on down. Proverbs 7:1 says, my son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. This is about the instructions from God, about obeying God's laws, about having morality, having integrity and honor. That's what a man is supposed to possess. Keep reading. Proverbs 7:3. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. Meaning what? You should be bonded with wisdom and understanding. They should be family with you, tied in with it. Verse 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. These laws and these instructions, these words of God, were to keep you from falling into the trap of a strange woman. The Bible describes a whore as a strange woman. Strange because the women of the other nations are whores. We talked about Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor. That's where you learn whoredom from. You understand? But also because a woman who's trying to lay a trap for you, a woman trying to take advantage of you, a woman trying to, suck up your life force, that's a woman that's strange to you, because that ain't how our sisters were raised to be. Keep reading. Verse 6. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement. And this is a brother who's sitting back in his house. He's looking out the window. He said, I observed this out of my window, and beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. He spotted out of his window a Captain Save-A-Hoe. Man is void of understanding, a simple man. Let's read about this brother. Verse 8. Passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. This is a woman who was just like a hoe. He peeked this brother sneaking and creeping at night. And this brother he seen his brother meet up with a hoe. This brother was just like a hoe. You understand? She was subtle at heart, meaning she was playing on this cat, and he didn't even understand it. Verse 11 says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. She's loud and stubborn. What kind of woman is that? A woman that's always trying to be seen. A woman that can't be told what to do. Hey, you ain't my daddy. I'm grown. I do what I want to do. That's the kind of woman that we talk about here. She dressed like a hoe. She's subtle at heart, meaning what? She's conniving. She's devious. She loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. She can't stay home with them kids. Her grandmama watching the babies. She couldn't miss the club tonight because, the playoffs is on. She had to be out tonight. She had to be seen. It's Saturday. Verse 12. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. Meaning what? These hoes is everywhere. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. This woman is selling herself. She said, oh, daddy, I've been working hard all week. I've been taking care of my business, and I just came out tonight to have a good time. And I see you here, and you do something to me, and I just want to take you home with me. Can I go home with you tonight? She's talking about what's the amazing stuff she have in her bed. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. She's trying to take this cat home. Met her at the club or met her out that night. She trying to give up the draws on the first night. She convincing him that he should go ahead and take her home. You understand? This is a lot of you brothers. A lot of you brothers have been caught by this kind of woman, and you thought she was coming up. You thought, yeah, man, I met her in the club, talked to her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I took her back home, man. I knocked that thing out. You thought you did something when really she went out that night to find some clown to take her home. And you were the clown she found. You thought you was a player, huh? You thought you was pimping. You thought you was slick Willie. Not even knowing the whole time you was just the sucker she found that night. And you did it. You took her home that night you met her and had sex with her. You thought that you was special. You thought you was unique. You thought you was the guy. Hey, brother, if she took you home and had sex with you, how many other niggas she did it to? How many other times? You think you the first one, the only one? You special? No, brother, you're not special. And you're not the only one. And it wasn't anything you did. You just happened to be there. If it wasn't you, it would have been some other nigga. But it was you. And what you man of God, you love her. You're going to show her different. You're going to clean her up, make her an honorable woman. You're going to make her an honorable woman? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just another sucker, man. Just another nigga with his penis out. You ain't no different. You ain't special. You damn sure ain't no man of God. Not to her. How could you be? What make you different from everybody else? When you pick the Bible up, you read from the Word of God. Pastors doing that, having sex with all the children, all the men's wives in the church. You different? You stop it, man. You should repent. You should pray the Lord forgive you. You should go apologize to that sister. You understand? Keep reading. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 19. For the good man, now, she talking about taking his brother home and doing all these things with him. And what the brother do? The brother say, hey, you got a man? You ain't got no man, do you? Here's what she said. For the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He have taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. You understand? Why is she telling this brother the good man is not at home? He is gone a long journey. He have taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. This is her saying, my man left me. This ain't her saying, this ain't a good thing that she's saying. This is her convincing him that he should have her, that he should save her, she should deliver her. She's saying, you got a man, sister? Nah, it's complicated. Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, we ain't. I did have a man, but he ain't acting right. What you mean he ain't acting right? Well, he don't be this and that and that and this, and you know, he be got other women and he be lying. And what you say? Oh, I don't lie. I keep it real. Yeah, you dealing with, you shouldn't even. How long y'all ain't been dealing with each other? 3 weeks you ain't talked to him and then? Yeah, you should be done with him. You shouldn't even bother with him no more. Then she tell you all the sad story. He wouldn't give me no money. This broad saying her nigga left and took all the money. That's what she's saying. The good man is gone on a long journey, but he don't even be home. I don't know where he at. I don't know what he doing. He's somewhere out here. That ain't my man. I'm free. I ain't with nobody. And you listen to her, you hear her, and you feel bad. You actually feel bad for the broad. She tell you about the nigga don't be home, don't pay her no attention. He don't give her no love. You know, he don't do nothing right. Her bills ain't paid. He took all the money. He ain't paying his half for the rent. He ain't taking care of business like a man supposed to. He don't even be helping me out with the kids and this and that. And what you say, oh, that's messed up, man. When you get you a real man, you wouldn't have those problems. You get with a real man, you won't have none of those issues. Yeah, stupid. You playing yourself. You should watch yourself, play yourself. You should come out your body and watch yourself talking to these women and saying the things you're saying, and then look at yourself and say, that nigga's a sucker, man. What is he doing? Why are you saying that to her? You're playing yourself, brother. Then you wonder why after you get with the woman, after she has sex with you, she don't respect you. She don't listen to nothing you tell her to do. She don't obey you. You're a clown, man. You're a clown. You are Captain Save-A-Hoe. And she look at you with that cape, and she says, all I got to do is put myself in some kind of harm's way, and he'll come save me from all of my trouble. This woman is telling this man everything that he's supposed to make, that's supposed to make him say, nah, bitch, listen, sis, I'm not dealing with you. I'm running away from you. I'm throwing you away. No, sis, I ain't about to mess with you. You got a whole nigga. She's telling this sob story of how he's gone a long journey. He took a bag of money. He ain't coming back. He don't want me. He don't care about me. And here you, I don't care about you. I don't love you. I'll show you this. Brother, keep reading. Proverbs 7:21. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks. A lot of you brothers don't realize that you didn't catch her, brother. She caught you. She was trash. She was garbage. She was spit. She's a bitch. How did she become your woman? Because you went and got her? Because you gamed her up? Because your game is top notch. Your game is A1. Women just can't resist you. No. That ain't how you ended up with her. She caught you. She looked at you and said, look at this clown ass nigga here. Look at this fool. Ooh wee. I'm about to have fun with this one. The little eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Nigga, you was the tiger that got caught by the toe. You supposed to be a lion. You supposed to be the ferocious black man. The righteous black man. The black man that stands for everything that's wonderful and great. And this whore saw that in you. And she said, let me talk sweet to this nigga. Let me put something in his ear. Let me see if he'll bite. You think these broads ain't got no game out here? You think these women ain't hunting for good men who want to put their time and energy into trying to change their lives? And in the process, give everything of themselves? These bitches ain't got no intentions of changing her. That broad is the way she's been that way. She's been living that way and loving her life because she get to have sex with silly niggas who think they can change her. And you met her in the streets and you thought, I'm a changer. I'm going to save this woman's life. You thought you gamed her up. You thought you talked some slick game to her. That's why she gave you her number? No, nigga. She came out to catch a you. And she caught you with her flattering words, with her haughty looks in her eyelids, with her, sad story about her past and all the failed relationships and how don't nobody love her and don't nobody want her. She ran that game on you knowing that you would put on your cape and come to save the day. And by putting on your cape and coming to save the day, you don't even realize you flew right into a trap. You flew into a trap, silly brother. You thought you was coming to save the day when the host set it all up to just suck you of your energy. Now, brothers, think about how many women you've been with in your life. You tried everything. Tried to do everything to make them happy, tried to please them, tried to satisfy them, and nothing was good enough. The bride just wasn't appreciative, didn't say thank you, didn't tell you she appreciated you, and that's all you wanted. Ask yourself now, well, damn, was the shit on purpose? Did the bitch make sure not to tell me thank you? Did the bitch make sure not to tell me she appreciated me because she knew that if she never gave me any kind of praise that I would keep trying harder? See, a lot of you brothers, you got the whole everything backwards, man. You got the game upside down and inside out. You think that you got the game. You think that you know how to reel a woman in. You think that you know how to put it down when really you're just a lot of women's victims. You're just some sad, sorry man who women have trapped and played and abused and used your entire life. until you get used up enough that you say, man, I'm not going to take this abuse. And you realize that she's trash and you throw her back to the streets. And you know what she does when she gets back to the streets? She goes and finds another sucker. And she just repeats the process. Stop trying to save these hoes, man. You are not their deliverer. For a lot of these hoes, only God gonna deliver them. Only the truth can change them. And God does not deliver a woman with a penis. The truth does not come with a penis. True change in a woman's life has to come without a penis. Now, again, this is for brothers who are meeting women. You a woman, you got a brother, you had a woman your whole life, then the penis is already part of the deal. You got to keep giving her that. But only God is going to change her. No matter how good your sex is, it ain't going to change a woman's life. No matter how good your sex is, it's not going to make a woman put on a dress and cover her head. Sex don't do that. The woman got to look at you as a man worthy of her following. She got to look at you as a man that's worthy of her submission. And you meet a woman and she don't think you're worthy of her submission, so what? All right, ho, do your thing. Keep it moving. Stop trying to convince these women that they are better than their life choices. And stop believing that you know better than what the Lord said about a hoe. Keep reading Proverbs 7:23. Till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Some of you brothers, you follow whores, to the destruction. Follow whores like a lamb to the slaughter, like a fool to the correction of the stocks, or like a man who gets darted through the liver. You understand? Verse 24, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. That's the hoe, man. And that's all the women in your past. Those are all the women who your exes, that was them. You got to say to yourself, brother, why did I choose that woman? Why did I choose those women? Why do I keep getting these women who I'm trying to help, but they don't want to do what I tell them to do? They won't follow me because you're leading with your penis. Reading on Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 16. Let's get it. Ecclesiastes 7 and 16. Now here in the ISUPK, we got the solution, man, to these brothers trying to be Captain Save-A-Hoes. We got the solution for brothers that's trying to, seeking to deliver certain women. You understand? There's instruction that we give in ISUPK, and it'll save your life, brother, because it comes from the Bible. Ecclesiastes 7 and 16 says, be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why should thou destroy thyself? Some of you brothers, you righteous over much. You want to be righteous over all the hoes, man. You want to save all these women. You want to change all of them. Yeah, I met this sister, man. She single. She got a college degree, man. She make good money. She ain't got no kids. Okay, brother, why she single? I don't know. Oh, brother, why she single? Well, she was with somebody, but then the dude, man, he wasn't treating her right, and he was weak, man. He wasn't leading her right. And she found out he was having other women, and he didn't man up in it. Okay, brothers, what you gonna have other women, ain't you? Yeah. Well, what's gonna make you any different from the last nigga she had? Well, I ain't weak. I'm gonna stand and be a man about it. Okay, brother, but she left the nigga because he had other women. So what make you think that she gonna stay with you? Now, well, I'm hitting her with the truth, man. I'm dropping the truth on her, and she like, yeah, she understand. This nigga, she's setting the trap. You know what you should do, brother? You should get some counsel. You shouldn't be righteous. You should not be righteous over all the hoes, brother. You should not be righteous over all these single women. You should leave that responsibility to the school, man. Stop trying to be the Lord over all the single women, all the widows. The Bible say, man, to protect the widows. You understand? Man, I gotta get the scripture. The Bible tell you what to do with a widow. What's a widow? A woman whose husband left her, or a woman whose husband died. The Bible don't say go marry all the widows. A lot of you niggas, you think any woman that's single, that means you can marry her. Brother, be not righteous over much. Why would you want to be the Lord of all the single ladies? Some of them single for a reason, man. Some of them ain't got no man because they can't keep a man. Some of them ain't got no man because God don't want them to have a man. Why don't God want them to have a man? So they can find him, find the truth. Some of these women need God. They need the scriptures. They need to be cleansed with the word of God. Your penis is not going to help with that. Your penis is going to get in the way, brother. You should let her get cleaned up with the word of God first. Not anointed with your penis. Your penis does not help this woman in any way. Oh yeah, she's single. She ain't got no man. That's good. Maybe she can hear the word of God. But you trying to put a penis in a man, it's not going to help her. You're not going to help the sister. You're not going to help yourself. You understand? You should get some counsel. I guarantee you, if every brother got counsel, I'm talking about, it's every brother. This is for brothers, all brothers tuning in. If you out there in the world and you meet a woman, you think about laying down with her, making her your girlfriend, you should come get counsel on ISUPK. You should say, just call a number. Find ISUPK, any school, any city, and just call and say, hey, man, I'm Brother Craig, man. And I listen to y'all. I seen the class, man. And, you know, I met this woman, and I'm thinking about dealing with it. I just need some counsel. The brothers will say, all right, man, what's the situation, brother? And you will talk to us and tell us what the situation is, and we will ask you questions. I guarantee you get some counsel. You're going to not want to have sex with this woman. You're going to say, damn, I ain't even think of none of that shit that nigga said on the phone. And, brother, you should not have sex with this woman. You brothers who are in here, come on, man. Be not righteous over much. Stop trying to be righteous over all the single women. Stop trying to be the Lord of every woman who ain't got no man. Stop trying to be the man of every woman who ain't got no man. There's a reason these broads ain't got no man. And it ain't because they was waiting for you. But you think God made her single? God got her single out here, no man. So you could come and be her man? God made sure that this woman got everything perfect in her life, and she just waiting for your penis to come. God said, you know what? I'm gonna make sure all men avoid this woman so that you could come put your. You see how foolish that is, how silly that is. God ain't got this woman sitting around waiting for you and your penis. So stop it. Stop it. Stop being a captain. Stop being a Save-A-Hoe. Again, Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself overwise. Some of you brothers, you overwise. Yeah, man. You know you can tell the difference between a hoe and a righteous woman, huh? You out there in the club and you can just tell the difference. There's hoes in here. There's some good women in here too. You got all the wisdom. You know what the difference is. No, you don't. You don't know the difference. You don't know how to weed them out. You ain't got the discipline in that. You know, you ain't got no discipline. You don't know the difference between the hoes and the righteous women, which is why you should just leave the choosing up to the council. Leave the choosing up to the men of the Lord. I ain't saying don't go meet them. Ain't nothing wrong with meeting a woman, talking to a woman, hell, having a drink and a dance and getting a phone number. But that's it. Stop it there. The exchanging of numbers is to have a conversation. Get to know a woman. Treat a woman you meet in the world like you would treat a woman who you meet in here. In here, 6 months, we got rules in place. Apply those rules to your life outside of here. The reason why there's a 6-month rule in the ISUPK is because if you take 6 months to get to know anybody without any sexual contact or innuendo or exchange of sexual ideas, then you'll know, I cannot stand this person. There's no way I could deal with this broad. Again, there's 168 hours in a week. If you had sex 3 hours a day for every day, that's 21 hours of the week that she pleasured you. What are we going to do with the other 149 hours or 147 hours? Think about that, brother. 147 hours. That's not sex. That's not a penis involved. It's not, her body ain't doing nothing for you in those 147 hours. How would you feel? What would you think? Do you want to be bothered? Is she providing anything substantial to your life? Is she adding anything? That's what you should find out in a courtship. What am I going to do with this other 147 hours? And you'll realize, yeah, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be bothered. And you'll save yourself and that sister, and you can just keep on with your life, and she can keep on being single until the Lord sees fit that she no longer is single. A lot of you brothers, you wise over much. You know you know all the women that should be that deserve a priest in their life, and you the priest that's going to be in their life. All right. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. Go back to Proverbs. We go to 9 and 13 and read on down. You understand? Again, we talk about judging a book by its cover and how to spot the dangers and the things to stay away from. And a lot of brothers just you don't have understanding on what that means or how to go about that. The Bible tells you, man. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. A lot of you brothers, you like to hear a woman talk. Yeah, she opinionated, man. She got ideas. Some of you brothers on this Clubhouse thing. This Clubhouse app is another trap, brother. Another trap like Facebook, like Instagram, like, all these other apps y'all meeting these women on. A lot of these broads, if you meet a woman on Clubhouse, know this, brother. She's foolish, she's clamorous, and she knows nothing. These women in these rooms are debating and arguing and asking questions about this and that. You think she on Clubhouse because she trying to find God, huh? She in that room about Jesus and the Gentiles because she's searching for God. No, she's not. She's trying to find a nigga who she can get. And here come you. Yeah, sister, you should come on and learn the truth. It's something. You sneaking in the DMs and trying to get to know her and trying to show her how you different. You're not. You ain't different, brother. You like every other nigga. And she's in them rooms looking for somebody that's going to see her and going to try and come in her DMs. And as soon as you get in there, brother, you trap. Proverbs 9 and 13, man. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city. She living good. She's up there she's living in the high places of the city to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wants of understanding, she saith to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Brother, these women that you meeting, that's too good to be true. You think you're going to go in that woman and you're going to get something wonderful when all you are getting is death and destruction and strain and stress and hell that the Lord would protect you from if you just listen to him. The men of God could help you avoid if you just took heed to the counsel. Oh, but you know what you're doing. You a priest of the Lord. God is with you too, right? Surely this woman ain't no hoe. I know. I've been talking to you. All right, brother. Good luck with that. Lord be with you, man. You're going to need it. Or you could just, realize that there's something inside of you where you just can't help but to try and save these hoes. You just can't help but to give her a chance. She just need a chance. She just need a man to show her that she just need a good man. She just needs you, huh? Her whole life, failed relationship after failed relationship, bad breakup after bad breakup, horrible, all these brothers that she's been with would say, yeah, man, she's sweet, but the bitch crazy, man. Yeah, she's sweet, man, but, she's something wrong with her. Yeah, it was good in the beginning. After a while, man, she just started to become this and that and this. All of those men who have had this woman, been with her for all her beauty and all of her fineness, and they threw her away, you the one that's going to save her? You the one that's going to change her life? You the one that's going to be something different? All right. You're just inviting hell into your life. You're slaying, you're choosing the dragon to have to slay. You're inviting a lion into your house and saying, come on, lion, come live with me. That's what you're doing to yourself. And the men of the Lord would help you. They would protect you from it. They would tell you, brother, don't marry that sister. You shouldn't do that, brother. Sister, you shouldn't marry that brother. A lot of you sisters, you shouldn't marry that brother. I know you courted, and I know it's a wonderful thing, and you head over heels and y'all love each other. Y'all should take the whole 6 months and just really make sure this is something that you want. You should really take the entire 6 months. Trust us. A lot of you, you don't want to, we know we ready. We know what we doing. And you know, a lot of you brothers, you think you got all the game in the world. You think yeah, man, I done reeled her in, man. I got on the hook. Not realizing, nigga, that she done set a trap and you about to fall into the sunken place. A lot of you brothers is in relationships in the sunken place. Some broad with some teaspoon, some teacup and a spoon, just stirring. Your ass just in the damn hole. Can't find your way out. And the Bible could heal all of that, could cure all of that. You understand? The reality is that whores are made from lust and a lack of leadership. You understand? That's where women being hoes come from. It come from them just not knowing how to make good decisions. You understand? And men lusting after them. A man's lust, women lust too, but a man's lust and a woman's lack of leadership is what makes a whore. Men are to blame for a lot of our women being whores, because a lot of these sisters wouldn't be able to be whores if men did not accept whores. We didn't take pleasure in whores. We didn't deal with women who were promiscuous and easy to get. Then our women would not be that way. You understand? But it's a man's lust that make him be with a woman that can only be something temporary sexually. And it's a woman that being led by a man and say, sister, that brother does not care about you. He doesn't want you. He just wants to have sex with you. Because a woman doesn't have someone in her life to dictate to her who she should or she shouldn't be with. Whoredom flourishes in our community. Men who are full of lust choose women who they have no intention to keep. And women who don't know what it means to be kept have no one to teach them what their real and actual value is. You understand? And that's the problem, man. That's where we are right now. It's called a lack of morality. It's called a lack of, a lack of rules and a lack of guidance in place to instruct us on how we're supposed to go about, choosing mates, and then what it takes once we've chosen to stick with that relationship and see it all the way through. We'll go now to James, the 4th chapter. We're going to read that. Here we go. James chapter 4. From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence even of your lust that war in your members? You understand that this war, the context of this could be taken in many ways. James was talking to the brothers in the truth about the different disputes and the different contentions that are arising between brothers and sisters in the truth. For this context, we're going to use it to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about black men and black women, how we can't stay together, how we can't keep these relationships whole, how brothers can't stop choosing whores and sisters can't never get cleaned up to be women who can be wives because a man trying to always put a penis in them. Read from the top, James 4:1. From whence come wars and fightings among you? That's what all this beef between black men and black women. Come they not hence even of your lust that war in your members? Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust. There's brothers saying, man, where all the good women at? Where all the good sisters, man? You sisters out there saying, where the good black men at? Where the loving black men? Where the protecting black men at? And all of you brothers, you're asking for women. You women asking for men, but you know why you're not getting no man? Because women, you don't really want a good man. You don't want a righteous man. You want a man that's going to be what Tyler Perry said a man should be. You want a man that's going to be what Cardi B got in a man. You want a man that's going to be some fairy tale sucker that you've been taught about in your church. And that is not what the Bible says a man is supposed to be. So when a righteous man presents himself, you ladies will ignore him. Why? Because a righteous man is going to demand righteousness of you. So you asking, where the good men? You wonder why you ain't getting a man? Because you're lust. You brothers asking, where all the good women? There's some good women out here, brother. You want to know why you never get them? Because they not hoes. You get all the hoes, brother. You don't get no righteous women. Why is that? Because you don't know how to get a righteous woman. All you know how to do is get hoes to drop their draw. You're asking and you're not receiving because you're asking full of lust. Verse 4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Now, why did it go from talking about your lust to adulterers and adulteresses? Because it's talking about you hoes and you whoremongers. A woman that has sex with a man, breaks up with him, leaves him, and goes have sex with another man, she's an adulteress. The rebound nigga is an adulterer. And that's what our community is full of. Just a bunch of swapping and sexing and changing and my turn next. Disgusting. And that is against God. It is enmity with God. For you to look at a woman and say, yeah, she just broke up with her man. He wasn't treating her right. And it ain't been a year. Come on, man. You're an adulterer. You didn't get that woman no time to change her life, to clean herself up. You ain't even get a chance to find out what the woman got going on, if she's even worthy of or deserving of being entertained by a man like you. You just put your penis, you lead with your penis first, and now she your woman, now she your wife now. Now y'all gonna be together forever, and you gonna start telling her what to do, and she gonna, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it. It's disrespectful. It's disgraceful. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should repent and pray the Lord to help you. Get some counseling here, man. Her brothers will help you stop choosing whores. Brothers will help you stop having sex with women who don't deserve anything because they're garbage, they're spit, they're bitches, and they need God to help them, to clean them up, to change, to transform them. Not your penis. Read on. James 4:4. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. Do you think that the scripture says in vain, the spirit that dwells in us lusts to envy? But he giveth more grace. Wherefore he says, God resisteth the proud and gives grace unto the humble. So what should you do? Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. Listen, man, it's never too late to repent. It's never too late for you to say, you know what, man, I have a problem, man. I need the Lord, man. I need to go to the Sabbath service in the UPK, man. Get some oil pointed on your head. Get prayed for. Get some help, man. You can't stop choosing hoes, brother. Get some help, man. But don't just keep being a cap all your life, man. Take that cape off, man. A lot of you brothers, man, you got to retire that cape, man. Righteousness will retire that cape. Righteousness will cause you to stop choosing every hoe. Righteousness will keep you out of that garbage can, the righteousness will keep you out of the landfill, picking up every piece of garbage woman that there is to find. Righteousness will have you going out there to catch bass and trout, and when you get a crab or a snapping turtle, you throw it back. You won't keep the snapping turtle and the crab just to say you caught something. James chapter 4, verse 11. Speak not evil of one another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judges his brother speaks evil of the law and judges the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and to destroy. Who art thou that judgest another? You understand? Meaning what? The judgment is the Lord's, man. What we should do as brothers is help one another. Love one another. Don't talk bad about a brother. Don't talk down about a brother. You see a brother got a problem, got an issue, man, go to him, man. Help him out. Be a brother, man. You understand? Verse 13, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. For ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. But now ye rejoice in your boastings, as such rejoicing is evil. Therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. You understand? James is saying, man, don't think that you got forever to get it right. Don't think, yeah, I got a year, man, I got this and that, I'm going to get this accomplished. You should be living every day like today is the last day. Every moment like Christ is coming back. For a lot of you brothers, man, if our King returned right now, it would be a sad state of affairs for many of us. Many of us need this time now to change, to cleanse ourselves, to get right with the Lord. You understand? Brothers, take heed, man, to the word of the Lord. Cleanse yourself. You understand? Get some help, man. Learn some discipline. Learn, you get the counsel and the guidance of righteous, honorable men to help you on how to choose a woman or not choose a woman. You sisters, I mean, it goes without saying, sisters, you don't know what you're doing out here. You don't know how to pick a man. You don't know how to choose a man. If you have righteous, honorable men in your life who will lead you and guide you in the matters of righteousness, then you should take heed to them when they tell you, sister, don't do this. It's not right for you. All right? And if you choose to go against the counsel of the Lord, then that's on you. The consequences and repercussions are yours and yours alone to have to endure. The minute the Lord did their job, if he give you a warning and you go and choose to go against us anyway, it's on you. Deal with it. Everybody understands. Leviticus chapter 21, verse 7 is where we're going next. It says, now this is for you brothers that's in the truth. You brothers that desire, you're a priest of the Lord, right? You're a man of God. Well, the Lord made a man who's a priest is special, man. Man who's a priest is something that the Lord wanted to be different from everybody. I know you might have friends and partners out here, they having sex with women, man, and getting in and out of relationships. That shouldn't be you, brother. That's not you. The Lord wanted so much more for you. The Lord wanted better for you. The Lord gave provisions in the law on what his priests were to accept and what his priests were to subject themselves to when it comes to choosing a woman or being with a certain kind of woman. And we're going to read about it here. Leviticus chapter 21, verse 7 says, they shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane. The Lord said, you're a priest, man. You can't take a wife that is a whore or that is profane. So you brothers that got women that's hoes or that hold on you, or you brothers got women that are embarrassing, that are shameful. Profane is shameless. You got women that ain't got no shame, ain't got no, tact about them, don't respect you, always disrespecting you. And brothers, you gotta, come on, man. Stop it. Stop doing it to yourself. The Lord put it in the law for you not to deal with that type of woman. Neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his God. The Lord, if we was in the Levitical priesthood, you could not take a woman who was put away. The Lord said, this priest can't have no, as a priest, you're not supposed to have some man's old lady. You can only have a brand new woman. Now in the times of Christ, we under the priesthood of our King. Brother, you should not have no man's old lady. You know what woman is acceptable for you? A woman who has become a brand new creature in Christ. A woman who's been made brand new. How does a woman be made brand new? Is it because you put your penis in her? Is it because you met her and y'all talked for a few weeks and she seemed like she cool? No, brother, she's coming to the truth and change her life. Become brand new, become clean of all her sins and all of her past transgressions, and now she's a new creature. Are you doing that with your women? Because the Bible is clear. The Lord is saying what a priest deserves, what a priest should have. If you're not holding a woman to that standard, then you're just not taking heed to the wisdom and the understanding and the counsel of the Lord. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 21. The Bible is the answer, is the key for us transforming our community, changing the way that we think, you understand, and changing the perspective that we have on our lives and our community as a whole. Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. We had rules, man, laws. You couldn't have no whores in our community. Why? Because whoredom is like a disease. It spreads. Once you allow one whore to exist, one whore is going to make more whores. You understand? And the Lord said that there should be no whores among our daughters. Why did the Lord say there shouldn't be no sodomites? No man should be a homosexual among us. You understand? There shouldn't be no homosexual men among us. Why? Because homosexuality is like a disease. It spreads. You allow one homosexual, he's going to molest another child. He's going to molest a child. Or worse, molest some man. Oh, ooh-wee. There's grown men out here getting molested, man. Some man is letting another man talk to him, whisper sweet nothings in his ears, and convince him to do something gay. You a man. The Lord said never to allow it, because the Lord in his wisdom and his understanding knows that those types of behaviors spread and they are harmful and they are, disgusting to our people. It should be avoided at all costs. Last scripture for the night, we go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Go ahead and get it. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Book of Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. All right, Leviticus 19, 29 says, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. Again, the Bible gives us all the instructions necessary to establish and cultivate a community that is prosperous, that is righteous, that is moral, that is dignified, that is honorable. In 2021, the reason why none of those things can be said about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community is because we are not following the laws and the instructions that were given to us by our Father. Since 1969, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge has been teaching so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians the truth according to this book called the Bible. The truth is that so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the descendants of the greatest people that have ever walked the face of the earth. The Bible identifies them as the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have classes here in Memphis, Tennessee from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All you brothers and sisters tuning in, please like, share, subscribe, get the word out there. ISUPK under Commander General Yohana is in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. We're raising up brothers, we're raising up sisters, we're bringing this truth and this knowledge of the Most High to our people of the four corners of the earth. Please do your part. Help us spread the truth. You understand? Like, share, subscribe. If you brothers and sisters took something from this class, man, share it on your social media. Y'all got your TikTok and all your little things, man. Go ahead and chop a minute of the video up and share it somewhere. Get the word out. ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, we putting an end to all Captain Save-A-Hoes, man. And we're going to no longer allow our sisters to exist as whores, you understand, and to continue to be transformed and indoctrinated by what's being popularized in this society. We're going to reestablish righteous men and righteous women, kings, priests, princesses, and daughters of Zion once again in the earth. With that, the priest of Captain Soccer War, ISUPK Memphis, Tennessee. Shalom, Israel. We out.